Good morning, happy Monday. Welcome to my channel. How's it going? So, as you saw today, my plan was to kind of do, I normally don't do day in the life. I normally do like the week in the life. But I was gonna do like a day in the life, like from point A to point Z. Like getting ready, getting everything together, getting my daughter out the door, all that good jazz. But then of course my son wakes up, and usually when he wakes up it makes for a slower morning because he's asking questions, he's like wanting things, and yeah, so like I try to get him to go back to sleep, but he just doesn't, and then it just ends up being a whole thing because it's like he wants to get up and watch television, and you know, it's like, I'm like, you gotta go back to sleep. Like, you still have a couple hours to go to school, and it's just a whole big thing. So, unfortunately, after me getting ready, yeah, he came into the bathroom and was awake, and he just didn't go back to sleep then. So, it was just like constant, like trying to get ready at the same time, trying to like tend to him and see what he wanted and questions he had, and then trying to get my daughter out the door. So, yeah, so you didn't, unfortunately, get to see all the chaos that is my life in the morning. But yes, so I'm actually on my way to school now. I should be getting there by like 8:10, more or less. That's what the GPS said earlier, but I don't know, I haven't checked it since I dropped off my daughter at my mom's. I'm very tired this morning. I mean, you couldn't tell by like getting up and getting ready, but I wanted to get ready this morning, just like I said, to kind of have you guys see like everything. And I mean, yeah, sometimes I'll shower the night before, so, but my hair was just crazy, so I needed to shower and I needed to wash it. So but yeah, so yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. I went to bed probably at like 10:30, and then I just, like my mind was just racing a mile a minute. And I'm pretty sure it was just because like my weekend was so, I don't want to say it was busy, but it was just very like a lot of things to do. Like it was very like I said, it wasn't busy because I didn't really do it other than like clean my house and stuff, but that was kind of what overtook it. And so, yeah, so I just really didn't get a chance to like sit down and plan like I would have liked to. And so I think that was kind of what was running through my mind, was the planning aspect, like what am I doing today, like what's going on. And so I know that we've been working on figurative language and similes. I was gonna do onomatopoeia today, but I'm thinking what I need to do is we still haven't really did any opinion writing. I mean, other than our prompts in the morning, we haven't really had a chance to really talk about opinion writing and to do opinion writing based on like a book or based on like a topic. And so I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to actually go step by step with them on how to do that, like just to think it all out, and I'm going to have them copy everything and mimic what I do, just because I feel like their version of opinion writing is just to, hey, I cite this because I like it or whatever. Like there's no details, there's no explanation, there's no facts that are kind of with it. And I tell them all the time, like, how would you get someone to be on your side if you're not including these things? Like, you saying that you like it isn't gonna really like convince anybody, So I think I'm going to, and I think that we're supposed to be utilizing theme to go along with the writing. So like they wanted us to pick a book and that had like different possible themes in it, and then have the kids like pick a theme and then like defend it using evidence from the text to support why they thought it was this theme as opposed to another. So I think that's what we're gonna do today. And then we'll still do our making words. That was another thing. I had laminated a bunch of like index cards because I got kind of tired of rewriting them and using like packs upon packs of index cards. So I was like, well, you know what, let me just laminate them and I can write on them and erase them, which is fine and dandy. But unfortunately I did not get a chance to cut them all out over the weekend, so like that is going to be running behind for me. So I don't know, I may just have to use like regular index cards today, and then tomorrow like have them ready to go. But yeah, it's just, I definitely had the Sunday scaries yesterday just with everything going on this weekend. But I think I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna just do a day today. So I'll show you, it's like when I get to school, I'll show you like what we do, and then I'll check in with you during our regularly scheduled times, and then kind of go from there. So here, all right, so I will check in you guys when I get to school. So we made it to lunch. Some of my girls decided to do a lunch bunch and they just left. So I'm just sitting here getting my life together for later. In terms of what we'll be doing next period, I'm so tired. I fell asleep during my PLC. We only have dual today, so it was just me and my counterpart. And so she was just typing up some emails and I just fell asleep for like the last 5 minutes. But yeah, so now I had lunch, and then I am just looking through my papers and what I'm going to do my next period. The morning went by pretty fast. We read the book The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein, and then I had this for the kids to kind of pick whatever themes they thought went with the story. And then so whatever themes, yeah, like I guess and you can see they kind of circled what they thought, like, because I told them there could be more than one. And then they picked the theme that they thought most resonated with them with the story, and then they jotted down some notes as to why they thought that, like evidence from the story that they like read that kind of triggered their thought that like this was their trait, or their theme. And so tomorrow what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of try the whole week to put this into a paragraph of them trying to explain like the theme and why they chose it using evidence from the book. So that was my goal last week and we just never got to it. So I started doing it this week. And then we did our making words, and our making words today was a little harder. Our word was a little bit bigger and we did use more words. So like, oops, excuse me. So this was our word, unfriendliest. And so the words at the bottom, I think the words that people were struggling with the most was the underwords and the reappear with the double P. So they're still struggling with that. So I'm just looking up ways to kind of like just have some basic rules, spelling, like maybe a poster or an anchor chart that kind of just tells them some of the basic rules. Because, you know, at this stage, normally like those rules would have already been like applied in the younger grades. I mean, some of them I guess would still be now, but some of the rules might be applied in younger grades, and either A, they just forgotten, or B, they just never been taught those, especially like I said with EL learners. It's a little harder because you know, like English isn't their first language, so you know they struggle with some of those things. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. So yeah, so I'm just gonna make some copies and then just get things ready for my next class. And then that's about it. I will check in with you guys a little bit later. We made it to the end of the day. I am packing up and getting ready to leave. Thankfully, my classroom janitor came in, so it looks kind of neat and clean, so it's nice. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pack up and then head out. My afternoon was good for the most part. We did our writing. We started doing the paragraph, started talking about the giving tree, and then the kids picked their theme and what they thought the giving tree theme was, and so they started writing, or they started like bullet pointing just some of the things that they read in the story, that they heard in the story that kind of support their theme. So tomorrow we're going to start getting into writing it, and then hopefully by the end of the week we'll have a nice paragraph with our topic sentence, our conclusion, and some evidence to support what we think the theme is. So I'm going to head out. I will see you guys tomorrow morning in the car on the way to work. Yeah, I was going to do just the day in the life, but I don't know. I like doing the week in the life. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully it's not too boring for you. But I do like doing the week in the life because I feel like just the day doesn't really capture it. I feel like the week does, but I don't know. Let me know. Are my videos too long, or do you guys prefer the day of the week as opposed to the week vlog? So let me know. Good morning, people. So today it is Tuesday, February 6th, I believe, and we are on our way to school. We just dropped off my daughter, as you can kind of see. Yeah, I should have recorded. I have that was one trip, taking all of my bags and then going back inside and then getting my daughter and then scanning to make sure I didn't forget anything, and then closing the door. So I usually make about 2 to 3 trips a morning, just with my stuff. And I mean, I only have a bag for her because it just has her clothes and any snacks or anything that I take to my mom's house. So usually, I mean, normally I only take my book bag, I take my purse, and I take my lunch bag. The other black bag was the novels that I finally got from the library, so I'm able to bring all of them to class so we can continue doing Fish in a Tree. And then, yeah, so that's why I had so many bags this morning. But normally, like I said, it's usually a 3-bag minimum daily for me. And if you're a teacher and you follow me, you know the struggle is real when we have bags upon bags upon bags. So, yes, but anywho, so today, it is Tuesday. Today is our last day of access testing in the afternoon. So we'll have access testing for my second class in this afternoon, and it's the writing component. So I don't foresee it taking too long, only because, I mean, most of my kids don't write a lot in general, and I think that's just an overall like educational problem just around and across like states in the country. But and especially now with like the access of like being able to type on, you know, Word documents and Google Docs and all that, like kids are just more prone to not want to write. Which, I mean, like I said, I understand the technology aspect and how we're moving into that phase, or how we've moved into that phase. However, you know, they still need to develop those skills, you know. And yeah, we were just watching a CNN 10 segment where they were talking about how California has just like adopted teaching cursive in class. And, you know, I think that's a really good idea, because yeah, they're, as much as we would love like technology, you know, there are just some things that we do kind of still need to hold on to that are pretty old school or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so we will be working on the writing component today, which will be our last day for access. And then I think what we're going to do today is we're going to continue, go figure, we're going to continue to write for our theme using the book The Giving Tree. And so I'm hoping, and I went through a lot of theirs, and they had some really good points as to why they chose. And I was very surprised that not a lot of them chose like greed, which was like, I mean, I guess, like I said, there was more than one theme, but like I assumed that was like the easiest one for that everyone was going to pick, because it was like, hey, the boy was greedy, he was taking all the stuff from the tree. But surprisingly enough, they didn't. They used a lot of different ones. Like they used loyalty, they used compassion, they used one person said survival, which I guess they were trying to insinuate that the boy was like trying to survive. That's why he kept taking from the tree. So like I said, I mean, they had some really good themes, which I thought was fabulous. So today we're just gonna pick, I'm gonna have them pick 3 themes, because I was gonna just have them do 1 and then find evidence, but I think that the book is so short that it's like, to find, you know, more evidence to support the one theme might be a little harder. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them pick their top 3. I had them pick their top 1 yesterday. So I'm going to say I'm going to have you add 2 more, and then I'm going to have you kind of give details, so that way they can actually like explain, you know, the different aspects, because like I said, there is more than one theme in that book. And if you've never read the book, you should, but just be forewarned that you might get a little upset or a little like sad for the tree. I read it to my son yesterday. I actually checked it out at the library. I didn't really need it for my class because I had it online, but I checked it out at the library, and we read it last night before we went to bed, and they were so sad for the tree, and they were like, well, why did you do this to the tree? And you know, and then they were like, the tree was so sad. And I was like, well, technically the tree was only sad for a little bit, but I'm like, overall the tree was happy because, you know, she made the boy happy. And so, but you could tell that they were a little bit sad for the tree. I've had some kids who have like, were angry. Like I remember one year I read this story to some kids, and I remember this one girl in particular, she was like livid, and she was just like, oh my God, I can't believe that kid, why would he do that to that tree? And she was just so mad. But I love it because she was so passionate about it. So that was like my goal, is that for them to be passionate about it, and they kind of were like that yesterday. So anywho, yeah, so I'm on my way to school. I will check in with you guys later on this afternoon. I think I have a lunch bunch today, so if they decide to go out for recess, I'll check in. If not, I'll check in at PLC, and I'll let you know how the morning went. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. I know it's only Tuesday, but we're making it. We're making it through, and I think that we will make it to the end of the week faster than we know. We made it to PLC. We were some busy bees this morning. So we did our making words. Got some of my kiddos and their words. I still have to finish grading some. We did our paragraph of the week. We started looking at the other themes, and we started pulling some evidence. Most of them did it, and then some of them right now are currently working on the questionnaire 1 through 5 for Fish in a Tree. So we have been working hard today. So it was really nice. Oh, and we also I gave them their new spelling words today to coincide with the skill focus that we're doing today. So these are our words, and they're doing alphabetical order, and then they were doing breaking up the words in syllables, because I feel like that really helps them to spell the words if they're breaking them up and they're breaking them into parts. So I'm gonna run to PLC, and then I'll check in with you guys at lunch. It's gonna let you know how the second half went. I think when we come back, we're gonna finish up the questions 1 through 5, and then hopefully read chapters 6 and 7. But if we don't get to that, then, I mean, we still did a lot. And it's great, but it stinks because my second class might not get that far, and so we'll kind of be a little bit behind. But that's okay. We're gonna make it work. So I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Hope you're having a great... Hello, friends. It is the end of the day and then some. It is like 4:40, and I should have been gone at 3:30, but I had an email I had to send out, and was just looking at some things for tomorrow and all that good jazz. So so my afternoon was pretty much as I said it was gonna go. We had access testing for writing. We had it pretty much the majority of the time. I think I only had my kids at the end of the day for about 30 minutes. And so we were just able to only do the theme writing that I wanted them to complete, so that way I could read them at home and kind of just see like what they wrote about before we start talking about topic and conclusion tomorrow. So I just kind of wanted to see how that went. And so I'll read those later when I get home. But that was the only thing that we pretty much were able to get through, because we started at about 12:45 for access testing. And by the time everyone got set up, and by the end of it, I think legit my last kiddo finished probably like 2:45. And so by the time I came back, it was just almost time to go. So we just were able to just do that one little particular piece, and that was it. So tomorrow will be a new day, and we can kind of go through all the other things that I wanted to go through. We didn't get a chance to do the making words. We didn't get a chance to do the spelling portion of the syllables and just introduce them to their new spelling words. And it's already going to be Wednesday, so that's a little stressful because I hate like introducing those new words and then not giving them time to study. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, just overall, just a really like long day. I mean, it was a great day in terms of like my first group and things like that, but like my second group wasn't too bad, but I just really didn't achieve as much I would have liked with them. So, but you know, the work is always going to be there, so tomorrow we'll just try it again. But yeah, so I am heading home. Well, not heading home, heading to grab my daughter, and then I'm gonna head home. My son is sick. He's not feeling the best. He got sent home from school early today, so I'm gonna just check on him, take care of him, and just kind of just chill at home, and then maybe just get some things prepared for tomorrow. And that's pretty much gonna be my evening. So I will I don't know, if I'm home and my kiddos aren't doing too crazy, I will check in. My son just hit me hard. I'll check in with you guys at home. If not, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning and welcome, friends. It is Wednesday, February 7th, and we are on hump day. Just 3 more days. Well, today's already in the books almost, hopefully. Yeah, till we get to Friday. So Hopefully your guys' day was good yesterday. I went home, and so I remember telling you guys yesterday that my son was sick, and so he was a little bit better when I got home. Wasn't too crazy. My boyfriend ended up going out to visit a friend, and so I stayed home with the kiddos, just kind of researched some stuff. So I told you guys last week that my principal came in for my informal observation, and so she had just some questions about things in the classroom. And then after we met, she had asked about doing because I'm supposed to get another observation, a formal observation, another one. And so we were scheduling that. So I was just researching some stuff on what I'm going to do for my lesson, just kind of thinking about where we are and what we need to cover and things like that. So that's kind of what I just did last night, and then I went to bed probably like around 10:30. But then my son woke up this morning at like 4, so I've been up since I guess up and like back to sleep and then up again since like 4 in the morning, because I'd fall asleep and then he, I tried to get him to go back to sleep, but he just wouldn't. So hopefully that doesn't come to bite me in the rear end later when I'm like running on fumes towards the end of the day, because yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. But I'm just grateful that it's Wednesday and that the week is almost done, and then we'll be back to the weekend and we can relax. And then I think after next week we have that Monday off, and then we'll have a 3-day weekend, and just I'm just hoping that February doesn't make its presence known as January has, but we shall see. So today, I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish writing up we're going to do our introduction and conclusion sentences to go along with our paragraphs. And then I think tomorrow we're going to write the whole entire thing up, or I don't know if maybe I'll have them do Wednesday and then have them rewrite it today, so that way I can have the next couple of days to kind of read it, because I have to read everybody's. And I mean, even though I kind of have an idea of what they already did, just based off of how we broke it down, just want to make sure that it's all good and everything's great. So I think I'll probably print out a rubric so they can look at it and see like, hey, these are the things that make sure that you have in there. And then we'll do our making words today, and then we will probably need to continue on with the book, because we have to read chapters 6, 7, and 8 today, and just kind of get into the swing of things. So I don't know, or maybe we'll do 6 through 10, because that's going to be our next piece of like work that we're going to be doing. And so yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then I've had them doing some fluency passages just to kind of time the reading, so I'm thinking that maybe during intervention I'll have them work on those, and then I will just like pull kids to kind of hear them read, because a lot of the times I've just I've done these for a while, and a lot of the times what the kids will do is when they know they're being timed for a minute, they tend to it's just automatic in their brain that they think that they have to go fast because they're being timed, and that's not necessarily the case, and it's really hard to break them out of that habit. And so 9 out of 10 times when they are doing it, when we do like together as like a whole group, they're always like trying to read and speed through it, and I'm just like, okay, well, you can read and speed through it, but then it's like, did you comprehend it? Did you enunciate all the words correctly? Like, how does it sound? All that good jazz. So I might just pull a couple kids today to just have them read for me to see like how they're doing, and just to kind of see like how they're approaching this, and that's pretty much it. So that's going to be our day. My partner actually is she's off the rest of the week. She's going to Houston for like some NASA conference, because she teaches science, so she decided to she got some PD or whatever, she got accepted to do this thing at NASA, so she's going over there, which is pretty cool. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be really interesting for her. And I think it'll give her a lot of insight into like, for science purposes that she's doing with 5th grade. So Yeah, so for the next 3 days, we'll have like a sub. So hopefully the kids are not too crazy when they come to me. I think one of the subs that we have is like a retired teacher that retired last year. And so she still comes in this year and like subs and stuff. So I think she'll be in, and I think it's everybody that like they know at my school. So it's not like a fresh face where they can just act crazy. But nevertheless, when the regular teacher's not in, they tend to still act crazy. So we'll see how that goes. But I hope you're having a great Wednesday, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. We made it to PLC. Wasn't too bad of a morning. We did our fluency passages, like I had mentioned during intervention. So that was really good. I was able to hear 2 of my students read and kind of see a little bit of improvement. We did our making words. And then we looked at some of the commonalities. And then, somebody put a sticky note. They didn't turn theirs in. And then we finished up our paragraph. So we're working on the Wednesday portion of our topic and conclusions. And so I'm going to have to look something up because a lot of my kids were still struggling with the conclusions. So I'm going to look that up and then maybe kind of go over with them when they come back from specials. But I'm gonna head over to PLC, so I'll see you guys at lunch. So we made it to lunch. I am eating some beefaroni. I am what I teach, 5th grader. And today's been decent, not too bad. So after the kids came back, I did help those few kids with writing their introduction or their topic paragraph or topic sentence, and then their concluding sentence. And then, so we did that. So I'm going to look those over today. And then hopefully tomorrow we can just write our whole entire paper and then be ready and done with it. And then we didn't get a chance to read the book today. Just because I wanted everyone to finish writing their stuff. So hopefully tomorrow we can just take that time and just read through the book for these next few chapters and then kind of talk and discuss it, and then just kind of that'll be our Thursday. But I don't know, I'm just kind of tired and just kind of waiting for the day to be over. Like, I think I'm just mentally drained and I just need a new week. I don't know, or at least a weekend. Like last weekend I was so busy with just cleaning up and stuff that I feel like I didn't get a break. So I'm hoping that this weekend is not too crazy. I don't seem like I have a lot to do at home, so hopefully it won't be so bad. And my son stayed home today from school, so I guess he's still not feeling the best. So I'm hoping that that goes away by the weekend as well, because I don't want to have a sick kid over the weekend. Anywho, so I will check in with you guys at the end of the day, let you know how my second half goes. And I'll talk to you guys later. We have ended our day. We are over the hump, and it is feeling good. So, my second class, pretty good. We ended up doing our making words. They weren't too happy about that we're not doing CNN 10 anymore. That's another story. And then we did our making words. We didn't do our prompt writing today, which would have been nice because I know a lot of the girls would have loved it. So, we might do it tomorrow. So we didn't do that. We did our making words. What else did we do? Because we had library today, so I did give them dear time. And then during dear time, I did have a few students read for me fluency. And then we also did our Wednesday writing. And so we were able to get through our topic sentence. Oh, it's gone now. Our topic sentence or our topic paragraph and our concluding paragraph. So I can take those home, read those through, and then tomorrow we can just write the whole entire thing. And then we'll be done. And then we will probably start figurative language next week.
Well, I mean, we already had started with simile, but we'll kind of dive into some of the other ones. So that way we can start getting into our debate unit. So we can have these kids start arguing, because they already argue, but they can actually formally argue with really good points and be respectful doing it. So I'm going to clean up. I mean, not much, but I'm just going to like pack up, straighten up, and then I'm going to head on out. So I will catch you guys later.
Good morning, happy Thursday. It is February 8th, and so I'm on my way to school, just dropped off my daughter. I am not feeling the best this morning, so I don't know if I've mentioned, my son's been sick. He's been home for a couple of days, and so I think he's finally going back to school today, but you know how it goes. If you're a mom, they're sick, you're sick. Especially if they're sick, they want to be all over you because they want comfort and whatnot. And so yeah, yesterday I got home and I started feeling just like my sinuses, and that's usually how I know, like they start to feel very like sensitive and pressurized, and then so it just kind of triggered from there. Started getting a headache from the pressure, and now it's like, and it's always just in my sinuses for the most part. So yeah, this just kind of like hurts right here, and you know, obviously I don't sound the best, sound very nasally because of the sinuses, and I just have the headache, so and I'm very tired. So I took some medicine yesterday, which I feel like helped me last night, but then obviously you sleep through the night, you wake up and you feel like absolute garbage. So that's what we're dealing with this morning, and I'm just like really tired. I should have stayed home, but it's okay. Plus my counterpart is out for the next couple of days, and so I'm not trying to have both of us out. That probably wouldn't be the best idea, so I'm just gonna suck it up, buttercup, and make it through today, hopefully make it through to tomorrow, and then the weekend. Yeah, and I feel kind of bad. My boyfriend's like, you know, he's like, I don't care. He's like, if I'm like in an iron lung, I'm going to, because our friends are throwing a Super Bowl party, and they're like, you know, kind of, sort of, I would say, throwing it for him because he's a big 49ers fan, and so they're in the Super Bowl. So they're throwing like a big Super Bowl party. So, I mean, I'm grateful because now we don't have to do it at our house and host anything. So he was like, I don't care if I'm in an iron lung, I'm gonna go to this party and I'm gonna watch this game. And I'm like, so I'm just hoping that it's not as bad. Like if it stays like this, it's not too bad, but like I hope it doesn't get worse. Because normally what ends up happening for me is I like lose my voice, and then that's usually like the hardest thing is like trying to talk. But I always end up losing my voice because it's just, you know, like your throat's already sensitive and tender, and then you're constantly talking all day to children and yelling at children or whatever, reprimanding children, and so that kind of takes its effect. But anywho, so today we are finishing up our paragraphs for the Giving Tree, our theme paragraphs, and so now we are going to just write the entire thing. So I went through them yesterday with their introduction and conclusion. So now they're going to write the whole entire thing. We're going to make words as we normally do. That's, you know, becoming part of our routine, which is nice. The kids seem to enjoy it, but they did give me a nice idea yesterday. One of my students was, he was taking it and he started making like words that we weren't using. So like he was using those letters to like make new words, kind of similar to boggle, but not as like constricted, because you know, boggle, you can only go a certain amount of ways. Forgive the sun. I mean, I'm grateful for it, but it's very bright right now. Yeah, so he was just taking all these like different letters from the letter strip, and he was making all these new letters. So I was like, you know, that might be something we should do on Friday, where after we're done, we make like a bunch of letters with these that aren't in the, like that aren't in the notebook or whatever. So I'm thinking that's what we'll end up doing. Because that'll be, I think it'll be pretty fun for them to kind of make other words that are not like words that I'm giving them. So like they can still like, because then that tells me that they know how to spell them on their own, especially if they're making these words up on their own. So I thought that was pretty cool. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. However, so today we're also going to be doing our 5E survey, like our 5 essential survey. So I don't know if your district does it, but like most of the districts, at least here in Illinois, I know, do it, where they like basically the teachers rate the school, the parents rate the school, the students rate the school, and so it just goes into our ratings. So I think I'm gonna have them do that today. I was gonna have them do that tomorrow, but the only problem with doing that tomorrow is that we have buddies, and then to do that, it's just like we won't get anything done. And I mean, we just won't, like, we won't have academics, because like it takes like 30 minutes for that, and then if we're doing buddies for 30 minutes, you know, it's like, and the kids are just going to be like, I don't know, and I feel like they're not going to be as focused, but I don't know, we'll see how time goes. I'm definitely going to have them do making words and then writing their paragraphs, and then after that maybe we'll do the 5 essential survey. We'll see how that goes. So but yeah, so I am headed to school now. It says I should be there by like 8:10, so that's 20 minutes from now. So I will check in with you guys. I know I like watch other people's vlogs, and I think about how like a lot of them like get to sit in their classrooms and vlog, and I mean, I know I do like, you know, for like a few minutes, but like a whole morning and stuff, and I'm just like, man, that, you know, stinks, because I just can't get to work, you know, earlier, especially like with my kids and stuff. And it's just like, I would like to be able to sit in my classroom and vlog and like show you guys everything that I do. Is he trying to go? Oh, does he need to go? Oh no, he's turning. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so but anywho, whatever. I don't even know. It's just, there's so much going on with traffic right now. It's just crazy. But anyway, yeah, so I'll just check in with you guys during PLC and kind of let you guys know how the day went and what we decided to do. But yeah, so I hope you're having a great Thursday, and we only have one more day till Friday. One more day. Can't wait. Hey friends, I just wanted to check in with you guys before I went to PLC. So currently what I'm doing right now is I'm grading
my papers that the kids redid from their paragraph of the week. They did a really good job. I'm really excited. Ooh, look at my hair is all over the place. They did a really good job. I'm super duper excited that they actually formatted it. They did really good. They did really good with their paragraphs. They gave some good details. So I'm super excited about that. So I'm just going to finish grading that, going to PLC, and I will check in with you guys at lunch.
Oh, you're making it out of how done.
You have to ask Mr. Oil. Tissues?
Oh yeah, there's some right there. Grandma, because she's really dope. I do not want her singing.
Hey, how's it going? So I realized yesterday, I don't think I ever signed off. And so, and this morning I actually was talking to my sister, so I never got to like sign on and talk like I normally do on my way to work. But welcome to Friday. So it is the afternoon. I'm on my lunch right now, and so we have our second class in about 30 minutes. And so I just kind of wanted to pop on here and just kind of tell you a little bit about my day. It was a pretty fast morning. We had buddies, and then we kind of did a couple of like cahoots, and we did a couple of we didn't do a couple of cahoots. We did one kahoot on theme. We had library today, so it was just like a lot of things that we did in the morning. We didn't have dare today because we had our buddies. I was gonna say, yeah. So we had our buddies this morning. So, and then we had library and things like that. So we didn't get a chance to do a lot of things. So this afternoon, hopefully, it should be a little bit better. We'll get the opportunity to do some more stuff and all that good jazz, and then leave for the weekend. So I'm just kind of eating lunch. My lunch, funny story, I went to heat up my soup, and normally the microwave there is very, it's not very, like, it takes a really long time to heat things up, but I only had it in for about 2 minutes and it exploded all over the microwave, so I had to clean the microwave. So that was funny. And then quick funny story before I continue my lunch. So I know I've been telling you guys about the lady that lived next door to my mom that was like parking in the parking lot, and I wasn't able to like get out or whatever. So I had thought to myself, like, you know, God's gonna handle it, blah blah blah, whatever. And funny enough, my mom tells me this morning that I guess what we were worried about was backing out into a main road. If it was a side street, be fine, but it was a main road. And so I guess on her way backing out, I don't know, for some odd reason, she ended up crashing into her gas line and like smashed up her car, and they had to come out and repair her gas line. And so now she's not parking there anymore. So I was just like, wow, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it is kind of bad that like something bad happened, but the fact that, you know, like, and the thing was like, it would be one thing if she was just doing it and like, but we had tried to have like polite conversations with her. We've like left her notes and just asked her to just move up a little bit so we can come out. And I guess she got into an altercation with my sister over the weekend, and she was like, you know, telling my sister that like she's gotten all of her notes and that she doesn't care and that she's going to park there. So I don't know. I kind of felt like, you know, God kind of handled this one. And, you know, as bad as that sounds, you know, because of what happened to her, because I feel really bad that, you know, that happened, because not only did she like mess up like the stuff in her house, but she also messed up her car. But, you know, it made me feel like, you know, I don't always have to take charge of every situation, that I do need to trust in God and that He is going to fix it some way, shape, or form. And I mean, I'm sure He wasn't trying to be vindictive and do anything to her, but this incident just kind of like gave me that sense that like, okay, well, you know, there are just certain things that you're just gonna have to like let go and, you know, hope for the best and pray that something turns out. And so I don't know, but anyway, but that was just my little rant of a story. But okay, so I'm gonna finish lunch, I'm gonna prepare for next class, and then I will check out with you guys at the end of the day to see how things are going. And I hope you're having a great Friday. I hope your week was great, and if it wasn't, just be happy that it's Friday. And if you're here, the sun is shining, meaning like if you're in my state of Illinois, the sun is actually shining out today and it's like 50 degrees, and normally that's not the case. So I will check in with you guys later. It is 55 degrees, the sun is super bright, but I am living for the sun and the fact that it is Friday at 4:40 p.m. I am on my way home, well, on my way to pick up my daughter. I'm going to take her and my son to the park so they can play and just enjoy this weather, because we don't really get much of the weather this time around. So the days that there's sun and that the weather is over 50 degrees, we are going to enjoy it. So, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And again, if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to leave them for me. Hopefully this week wasn't too crazy for you, but I hope you enjoyed it overall. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a great weekend. Go Niners.